That might be a 5-pounder. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Darian is Fishing. Today we're out on Lake Guntersville as always, and I'm just going to give you a little spoiler alert about this video. We catch them. We've already done the fishing, or most of the fishing on this video, and there's several big ones that get caught on this video. Some cool things happen. We help some people out. Just a really cool video. This is one that I'm going to ask you to watch all the way through because this is going to be a really, really good one. I've got two awesome guys with me, Tanner and Travis Lyons. I'll pop their Instagrams up on the screen now. They also have their companies called Twin Visuals. I'll pop that on the screen too. So you can follow all three of those pages on Instagram if you want to. But before we get any further into this video, I want to say thanks to 6 Cents, the 6 Sack, for sponsoring this video. It's a subscription sack that this one is $30 a month. It's got around $50 to $60 for the tackle. And basically I just put together, this is basically what one would look like, but a lot of times you're gonna have a pack of worms. This is the prawn. Might have you a big crankbait. That's maybe what we're catching one on this video. Another crankbait. Got you a decal. A square bill, 50X. And then a jig and some stand-up heads. This is the amount of stuff you would get every single month if you signed up for the 6 Sack. So use my code DCSuper6. I'll pop that on the screen now. Go to 6centsfishing.com. Anyhow, we're gonna jump into the video now. It's a really, really cool one. Again, we're catching them cranking. I'll go ahead and show you a preview of what some of the magic happens on this guy right here. One of my absolute favorites. If y'all saw my last video, you know I caught him on a C15 cranking, but I was catching white bass. This time I upgraded to its big brother, the C20. And we catch some green bass, so it's exciting. Hope you guys enjoy. If you haven't already, please smash the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and drop a comment down below on what you think I should try out on ledges this year, because I want to start toying with some new things. I want to start toying with some different brands, some different baits, because a lot of times when I'm ledge fishing, it's the same stuff. And so I thought about what could I try out on ledges that maybe I haven't tried, that maybe you guys have tried, or maybe you're better at it than I am and you want to just help me get better at fishing. So drop a comment down below, and I hope you guys enjoy this video. So I talked about earlier in the intro that this is going to be somewhat of a different, like, it's not a normal video for me because I've got Tanner and Travis with me, and they're going to be running the big cameras this week as I'm like just filming. We're doing a lot of photo shoots for other brands and stuff too, but today I wanted to spend some time on making a YouTube video. It's kind of like my introduction to ledge fishing. So what I'm starting out as is all the places, you know, every year I'm gonna start out all the places I got waypoints. I'm gonna go check last year's waypoints first thing, see if they're on them already, and then I'll spend a lot of time looking for new places. Really, I want to start doing that after I've already caught some at old places, because there's so many old places you can go check. So the first thing I'm doing, places I got waypoints, every hard spot, every shell bed, every underwater point. I'm just looking for fish, I'm looking for bait. I've got side imaging up kind of big, I've got mapping small, and then I've got down imaging somewhat big on the bottom. I've got it set on 60 feet now. So it's shooting 60 feet out to the sides, and then you know, something shooting directly below the boat. So I can really pinpoint where they're at. When I find a school, I'll hit a waypoint right on them, and then use the anchor lock or spot lock, whatever you've got, to really mark where the fish are. So just gonna be doing a lot of this. You idle a lot. There's nothing special about what I'm doing. You can either zigzag down the ledge, and I'll show a little bit more of that in a little bit. You can either get on top of it and just idle straight down the top of the ledge, or you can zigzag. Say if this was the ledge and this is the drop off, I'm literally gonna zigzag my boat down the river ledge. So there's kind of two ways to do it. I've marked several different places just now. I had some fish, I don't really know what they were, but I'm just gonna keep graphing. As I see things I'm marking them, I'm not gonna stop and fish immediately. When I mark a school, or even just something I wanna throw at, I'm gonna finish graphing this ledge first. Make sure there's no boats, obviously, because a lot of times we're on Guntersville and it's the worst lake in the country about I'm still graphing this spot, and then somebody, Jimmy, pulls up behind me and starts fishing. Okay, right now I'm pulling up on a really huge school. There's a lot of stuff going on right here. Okay, you can see there's several fish here. Now, in my original thought on what I'm seeing in this picture is I think bass typically, they like to hover closer to the bottom on a ledge for the most part. But you can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, maybe 15 there. My gut tells me I'm pretty positive that's gonna end up being white bass. A lot of times white bass will stay around in an area, so I know that you know, for the next couple weeks, it seems like those white bass will be right here. It's hard to catch a bass here on some places. Sometimes it'll change, or you'll go through a bunch of white bass and then you'll catch a largemouth. But it seems like there's some white bass holes and they'll stick around for a week or two, and then they might rotate out and bass will move in. But anyhow. All right, so since that was kind of the only school that I saw, I'm actually gonna go ahead and stop on it and make a couple casts. And my first cast is gonna be with a crankbait on anything like that, especially since I saw some bait on it. My first cast is gonna be on a crankbait. So these are C15s by 6 cents, C20s, and then the bottom has C25s. So you can see I write on the bottom of them what size they are, C15, C20. Because when you grab these, if you don't have the two to compare, they're pretty close in size. I've got that. Sometimes then when I'm cranking, I just leave that box out, because if I get the school fired up, I want to quickly change colors, or if they're not firing up, I want to quickly change colors. Leave that box there so I can jump down, cut off a bait, tie another one on, and get to fishing. And that is one of the coolest colors I've ever seen in a deep plug. I'm really excited about it. So hopefully it's going to catch some fish. Typically I use 10-pound fluorocarbon, but I broke it a lot last year, so I wanted to start using 12. I'm going to start messing around with 10-pound mono. I've never done that before, so I'm gonna mess around with 10-pound mono soon, not yet. Quantum Smoke HD reel, 6.6 to 1. I don't like the 5 speeds because I think they're too slow, just for me personally. I like the 6. And then there's a glass composite cranking rod. You can see here where we just drove over this school, and there's those same fish that I showed back there. Those fish are showing up here. This will be my first cast on Guntersville out deep of 2020. I'm gonna bomb straight behind where we just drove by. That was about a maybe 40 or 50 yard cast. And I'm just gonna wind this plug in, and I'm feeling down there because there's gonna be a lot of rocks, a lot of just stuff. There's stumps, there's shells. I'm feeling for what's going on down there. All right, that one ain't diving deep enough, so I'm gonna get in this box, put on a C20. I might try this. This color is called Candy Citrus. This one dives a little bit deeper. This is a 20. And I changed the color up because I didn't get bit earlier on it. So again, I just tie a Palomar knot. That's a big one. That's a big one. I love this, dude. This is my favorite thing in the world. They've got, oh God, that's a big one. I love this, man. That bite, I just love it. First cast too. The 15 I knew wasn't getting deep enough. As soon as I tied on this 20, first cast with it. This will be my first bass on a big plug this year. Oh, I just broke that rod. Like voila. There we go. 4-pounder is my first fish on the C20 in 2020. That might be a 5-pounder. A long sucker, awesome fish. Absolutely my favorite thing about cranking. And I can promise you guys one thing is that's about to happen again. So I'm gonna turn this fish loose. One of my favorite, man, I just love that. There's a lot of fish out here, so if they're about to bite, you should be able to catch a lot of them in a row. Oh, dude, my heart's beating like crazy right now. I haven't had that in a minute. Y'all know from one of my last videos, all we were catching was whiteys. Them greenies pull a little bit harder than them whiteys do. I just had a whitey come on right there at the end. That white bass got it as soon as I pulled my bait up. Somebody's gonna yell at me for saying this, but the biggest bass on this lake, in my opinion, eat these whiteys on ledges. And you can imagine what size fish eats this guy. So here, and look at that. So everyone thinks that this is a big crankbait, but look what he's eating. Like this is what that 4-pounder, 5-pounder is eating. So I think that last cast, I think the cast is probably right here. We turned a little bit more than I thought we were. He's freaking smoked. God, giant, dude. This is a giant. I'm not even kidding you. This is a giant. This is a giant. No, it's not. I got one. God! Dude, that's the biggest thing I've hooked in a minute. He ain't a giant, but look how I got him hooked. Well, y'all please go subscribe so I don't freaking have a panic attack anymore. 2-pounder. When you have the camera guys with you and then something like that happens, you have a lot more pressure to catch big ones. So when I felt that much weight, I'm like, yeah.
Your rod did not move, dude.
I know. I was like, dude, this is bad. There's a good one. Oh, chunker. We'll go back on the same exact spot. It's super important. I've said this, I don't know if I just cast far enough. When you're doing this, make sure you're making the same cast again as best as you can. If you don't have an Ultrex or a spot lock or anything, just have a marker buoy beside you so I can make sure that I've got that marker buoy right here. And if you just have a regular trolling motor, it's fine. Just you want it to be beside you so you know where you can line up on something at. I'm debating on what to do with that storm because I don't know where they're at, so I don't know if we need to stay here or go to and look for a couple more places. But they're gonna bite right at that storm. All right, so we just marked over a big score here. You can see it. There's a lot of fish. I don't know if they're all bass. They're a little bit high off the water column. Again, y'all are gonna hear me talk about one thing throughout the year is I like it when the fish are lower in the water column, closer to the bottom. There's several fish that were that way. Then I kept going and saw some that were a little bit higher in the water column. So if I was guessing, I would say that the first group I saw was bass. The second group I saw has a lot more white bass involved in it. So pick up the crankbait again. The crankbait's always gonna be my first bait, especially in the first half of summer. I marked those fish on my console, but I did not see any just now on my trolling motor, or the bow, when I graphed over them, which is a little bit strange. I know that I marked fish, so we'll just see what happens. I don't think these are bass, and we're gonna make one more cast and roll.
We're about to get wet.
Yeah, we are. We probably got one more good spot in us.
Hey guys, we're kind of stranded out here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Bad timing.
Bad timing. Bad timing.
Have you got a rope?
Yeah, we do.
All right, let's hook her up.
We're camped up right there.
Perfect.
Right.
Yeah, man.
You gotta get fixed on the rope now. Yes. That go. So y'all fish professionally or something? I'm just glad
We're just making YouTube videos.
Oh, really?
Yep.
That's cool.
All right, let's figure out how to make this work. So we helped some friendly cat fishermen and women, and they got stuck on the wrong side of the river, old Sea-Doo boat. And you never want to get caught on the wrong side of the river in a Sea-Doo boat that don't work because they have no trolling motor. Luckily though, they're only going over here, so this will be fun. There's some beer involved. We don't know where things went bad at. We don't know if they're out of gas or what, but we're just glad that we're able to help out. We're going to get these people tied up on the dock before the storm comes in. They'll get to go finish their beers and get some more gas for the boat. Yeah, man. Good luck. Hey, we're about to smush his kayak. Hey, don't let us crush this kayak or this canoe. Here, hit the power.
That was a little crazy.
It got a little weird for a second. When the wind picked up big time, I thought we were gonna break that guy's boat. I would have felt terrible about that. But you do a good deed like that, you should be rewarded with big ones. So y'all stay tuned for the rest of this video. And look, the storm is just gonna part. The storm's just gonna part right in our favor. We are gonna go hide under probably go hide under a bridge for a minute. And then hopefully the storms will pass. We'll hop back out here and we'll get rewarded. So y'all just stay tuned. All right, so we just recovered a boat, those stranded people. And we had a storm blow by and had a couple business calls. And now we're back out fishing and I'm way too close to this waypoint. But I think we can make something happen. good one. Oh God. Oh God, first cast. God, stay down. God, stay down. There's a good one. Another old first caster, he's gonna come and jump. Oh, don't you do it, don't you do it, don't you. Oh, scoopity whoop, look at that plug. I'm not even faking this either, and they're about to start schooling. Ladies and gentlemen, I would highly suggest, I've been telling y'all this, I'm just gonna tell you, as soon as I make this video, Guntersville Tackle will sell out of these crankbaits, and 6centsfishing.com will be shortly thereafter. So, I would go scoop yourself up one, because these suckers obviously catch them. That's the C20, Candy Citrus. Pretty old sucker. Dude, this Panoptix I've never seen on ledge fishing is bonkers. Because when it aims out there, I can see every single one of them. Oh God, I just got wrecked. God! Another big one. Not crazy big, but he's a 3-pounder. Another one. Like DJ Khaled said, another one. We the best. Three yonder. I'm just not dialed on this yet this year. It's taking me a minute to get like my bearings back off of offshore. That's old Clyde. I say that on every fish, but I think this is big, like grown big. It is. I know, it's another like 3-pounder, 4-pounder. Dude, look at the fish right there, dude. Look at that. You can see them coming up on this fish. Like they're coming up off the ledge to look at this fish. There's another 4-pounder. So that's, I'm losing count. That's one 4-pounder, 2 5-pounders, a 3-pounder, and a 2-pounder. That's a 3 1/4. That ain't a 4-pounder. Another one, same plug. Dude, Travis, come look at this. Look at these fish right below the boat.
See him moving?
I'm learning this as y'all learn it, so I'm not pretending to be an expert. All I know is that right there is fish swimming. I'm not gonna give y'all a good description on how to work this bait that I'm throwing right now, because this is like one of the only secretive things that's left. There's a lot of videos about this thing, but not specifically how to work it. So if y'all can figure it out by watching me, which hopefully you can, I would love that for you. You learn how to catch some more fish, but that's not something I'm just gonna descriptively give out all the nuggets to. But I will say one important thing when you're throwing a swim bait is when you set the hook, I like to just kind of reel in till you feel them, and then like your rod's gonna bow over and load up. So that's kind of important. Actually, that's very important, because if you just go to swinging, I think you miss a bunch of them. Spot a bass. There we go, a little chunky spot. Oh guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. It was really awesome. Obviously the fish bit pretty good today. It was a weird day though. We had it split up with that rainstorm. I had a phone call. I actually had 2 work calls. And then we helped those guys out of the water. A lot of things happened today. I don't even know if all that's gonna make it on the video, but it was a lot of fun. I had an awesome day with Tanner and Travis. But I wanted to show you guys quickly kind of the setups that I'm gonna be using all throughout the summer. There's 3 main ones. We're gonna talk about these specifically all summer. My goal for this summer is to make everyone better at ledge fishing. So basically there's 3 setups that I'm going to talk about the entire summer. There's going to be more, and we're going to add on and kind of build from this core 3. But there's basically 3 that I always go with, and that is my favorite being a big crankbait. Probably my second favorite being a big worm on a stand-up head. And then third probably is some variation of this swim bait. Different styles, different sizes. We'll talk about all those things later. You also got spinning rods, you got drop shot, all the other stuff. All that's really great. I'm gonna catch a lot of fish on that stuff this year, but those are kind of my 3 favorites. If I had to pick 3 that I would go ledge fishing with, I would probably pick these 3. But anyhow, this video was kind of my introduction to ledge fishing this year. Ledge fishing is my favorite thing. It's how my channel started last summer. And a lot of you guys have been messaging me, DMing me, because I know that ledge fishing is something it doesn't come natural to us because we weren't taught to fish that way. We were taught to go to the bank, pitch in that treetop, pitch in that laydown, look for that brush pile under a dock, and that's just how we were taught to fish. Yeah, that's what it is. Hope you guys enjoyed that video. Remember, right now I'm doing a contest. I don't know when this video is going to come out, but I'm doing a contest right now. If you buy anything at all on Quantum's website, use my code DIF25. That's going to save you 25% off. Screenshot your order and then email it to me or DM it to me on Instagram or Facebook. So go buy something, use my code, get 25% off, and then DM it to me. Make sure I get a picture of that receipt. I'm going to put all of those orders in a folder, and one person will win either up to $160, whatever you want. So if it's a $160 reel, $160 rod, or a combo, I'm going to give that out for free, as Quantum just being awesome, and you guys getting to try new equipment for 25% off and have the opportunity to get something for free. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will see you all on the next one.